Okay, so when a player puts a lot of tackle zones on the ball but doesn't bother to attempt to pick it up, what's a good idea? Well, not a good idea, but a decent idea is to run up and push one of his players onto the ball. Because I mean, the worst that can happen is that it is well, okay. The worst that can happen is it can bounce on one of his players and he'll pick it up. What's most likely to happen is the ball will bounce into one of the other tackle zones, which means the ball isn't in any worse of a position than it already is. And then there is the slight possibility that the ball will bounce favorably, and you will be able to pick up the ball and run it in for a touchdown. I should have followed up here, but I didn't. But it's all good. Because then I would have been one closer, and then I could have maybe walked into the end zone. But, oh well. Alright, so here I am trying to mark up players so that they can't get to the ball. Even if Walker here gets like smashed into the ground and they get the ball back, it'll be his turn 5, and he is still like on his goal line with a bunch of my players still in relatively good positions. But you see, like, it seems like I'm kind of scrambling here. The problem here is I have 2 players down, and so he has the strength advantage. He has a bunch of strength 4 people, and then on top of that, he has 11 players left. So this is I mean, this is all danger. That, and he can blitz. Like, he can just use one person to blitz and still be strength 4 anywhere. Horns is a very undervalued skill. I know it's bugged in this game, but Horns is one of the best starting skills. I mean, if you look at it, like, it's not as good as an assist, say, but if you blitz with one person and it causes you to free somebody up and he can run off and give an assist, it gives you such a huge strength advantage elsewhere. Your blitz is your most powerful skill or your most powerful action in a turn, and I forgot what I was saying. Oh, and improving its ability is nice. There we go. Those are good words. It sucks that guy got stunned. I was either going to have him run over here, or if he had followed up, I would have had Bob push away this guy, and then had Mile High run over with his sure hands. Instead, this occurs, and yeah. Again, though, this is really good for me. He doesn't have any rerolls, so I guess he was kind of lucky to pick that up. But it's going to be his turn 6, and he is still only 3 spaces away from his end zone. But this is where you'll see plus movement come into effect. His guy with plus movement picked up the ball. Movement 7 is so much better than movement 6, especially when you're way behind like this. Like, if you play a dwarf team and they have a dwarf runner with movement 7, dwarves with movement 7 are ridiculous, over the top powerful. Do stuff like this. They'll always take plus movement and make them your ball carrier, or the other way around, or whatever. The other way around. What am I saying? Agility is good too. That's what I was going to say. Alright, so I don't want to do a -2 die block. I hate them. And at the same time, I don't want to just stand up Walker. So I decided to go for a 4+, but even this had been a 3+, I rolled a 2 and a 1. So Speedy is unhappy here. What I was going to do is I was going to have him run around and provide an assist, and then Walker would have had a 1 die block at least, with a reroll. Would have been good stuff, but didn't pay off. This is a really good turnover for me, although I wish Speedy wasn't lying on his back. Alright, so I make probably the biggest mistake of the game right here. Whenever you get that gut feeling that whatever you're about to do is about to fail, always pay attention to it. Here I am thinking, okay, I want this to be a 2-die block against this ball carrier. I could have used Bob to hit this Beastman, and he could have canceled this assist, and that would have been a good idea. I could have just taken a 1-die block with the reroll and had a chance to knock him over. Instead, I decide to try to dodge away with the loner, and it fails. And then loner fails. So that was just really a poor decision. If you have loners, try not to make important decisions with them, as you just saw me do there. I hate loners. Okay, so here I'm going to get to gripe a little bit more about inductments. If you look, the lightning bolt right here would have secured the game. Because, let me see here. He's movement 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. He would be the only player in scoring range, but he'd be one space away, even with go for it, if he was laying on the ground. So I get a little bit lucky with the kickoff result in the next round, but really, if I'd had proper inductments,